Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as per the title, you must have guessed that what this video is about. I haven't been doing monthly favorites, so I figured might as well just share with you guys what I've been loving lately and just go from there. So let's start with skincare. So I don't have a whole lot when it comes to skincare, but there are two products that I've been absolutely loving, and one of them is the Vaseline. I really like this one in particular. I used to buy the green one, and that was very lightweight, and it was good, but it was not enough hydration because I have dry skin everywhere else except for my face. I have an oily T-zone, but even like the sides of my face and stuff is a bit dry these days. So this one gives me a lot of moisture and I feel like it locks it in and just makes my skin feel really good and very healthy and very nourished. So this one is the Vaseline Intensive Care Deep Restore. For facial, I have been loving this Isana Rosehip Certified Organic Rosehip Oil. This one is fantastic. I've noticed a whole lot of difference when it comes to scarring on my face. I never believed in the concept of using facial oils because I was like, you know what, I have an oily skin. I don't know if it's gonna work well with me, but ever since I've been using this, I feel, because I used to feel very like a lot of dryness, very tightness around this part, like everywhere except for my T-zone. And so I decided to give this a go because everyone's been raving about it, let's face it. So I was like, let me just give this a go, and I got like a really average priced one. I got this from Priceline and I don't even remember how much it was. I've used about that much and I don't take a lot, like I just take maybe 2 or 3 drops, and I have to be honest, it smells absolutely horrible, but I love what it does to my skin. It makes it feel nourished, it makes it feel healthy, and the scarring that's on my face fades really quickly. As I'm getting older, I've noticed that there's a lot of scarring on my, like everywhere I scar, the scar doesn't fade easily. So this has been helping a lot with that and I'm quite happy with it. And this is something that I will continue to purchase, but I think I will invest in something a little bit more luxurious than, this is great. This is great to start with. But I think I'm ready for an upgrade, just like everything else. So those two are skincare. The rest, all of it, because I love makeup, everything else is makeup. So what I've been loving when it comes to foundation, nothing really changes. I've tried a few here and there. The one that really stood out, and I haven't bought like the full version of this yet, but I got a sample, sorry it's dirty, I got a sample from MAC and it's their Prolong Wear Waterproof Hydration Foundation or something like that. Got a little sample of it in the color NC30. And I still have a lot. I've used it like 3 or 4 times and I think I still have another 3 or 4 uses left out of this. So a little bit goes a long way. It is it's full coverage. It's great. I still find it a little bit drying. It feels heavy on your skin and I don't like that feeling, especially for work every day. I use foundation every single day, so I found that a little bit heavy, and my nose tends to get oily, which not a huge fan of, and I hate like having to pat my nose and everything like that. So the other this one is great. I wanted to buy it, like I really wanted to like it. Everything is great except for the heavy feeling that I get from it. And this is the first time I've got like a really good shade from MAC. Before I went and got a sample. I don't even know where I put it. Here it is. I got a sample for Prolong Wear and they gave me NW35. I put this on my face once, accidentally thinking it was this. I put this on my face once and I'm telling you, I looked like an Oompa Loompa, like I was orange. Clearly, I'm not, I think I'm more of a neutral undertone than I am yellow or, you know, this one works wonders. This one on the other hand is just like, I will show you the color difference between the two, like it's not even funny. And I'm not sure, I couldn't even wear it to judge like how it would wear. And I think whoever gave me the sample like was very skimpy because look at the difference. And look at the difference between these two, like it's absolutely crazy. yeah. No, but I do absolutely love the Pro Longwear Nourishing one, waterproof. So I do want to try a good shade, a proper shade in the Pro Longwear, because I've heard like everyone raving about it. So something definitely that I want to give it a go, because I'm still in the market for a good foundation. I always, for some reason, tend to go back to my Fit Me foundation, and it is absolutely horrible looking. I wish they would come out with the pump or even the tube version here in Australia, because this is every time I open the cap I'm like, oh my god, if it falls it's gonna get all over. So I absolutely love this foundation still. It's something that I keep going back to no matter what. I'm currently trying out the Rimmel Match Perfection. I used to use this before, but it was the wrong shade, like I said. This one is promising. This one is 200 soft beige, and in the Fit Me I wear natural beige. So this one absolutely love. This one still trying it out to figure out what's going on there. I've been loving this bronzer from MAC. It is their matte bronze bronzing powder, and when I first bought it I couldn't even swatch it. Like when I was at Mecca I couldn't even see. You still can't get anything on your fingers, like it's crazy. But somehow I'm able to get it on my brush. Like it's just, there we go. But when you have it on, it just makes your skin feel airbrushed. Like it looks smooth, it looks very, it's not patchy at all. It looks beautiful, and I absolutely love this bronzing powder. The first time I tried to swirl my brush in, it didn't work. I was like, oh my god, this is $50 down the drain. But I've used so much, you can actually see that you can see the sides of the pen from it now. Like it's been religiously used, and I love it. It's something I use every single day. And so one of the blushes that I've been really reaching for lately, and I was doing my makeup one day and I'm like, wait, I have this shade from Rimmel that I really liked. So I pulled it out and I've been reaching for it ever since. This is a really old packaging too. This is in peach. So that's what it is. It just gives you like a really beautiful sheen to it, and it's just something that I absolutely love wearing. It's lasted a ridiculously long time. Like look at that, I've had it for years and I still love it, and the color payoff still is amazing on this one. I've got two highlighters that I've been going back and forth. So one is the Menaiza Sisters Trio. I love this thing, and the two shades that I've been using religiously are these two. This one to me is I'd say it's more of a regular everyday wear. It's not something that's going to give you like oomph when you do it, but like if you were to spray your face and then use this, then it would work great. But I'm one of those that leans more towards the pink shade than so the pink one is Cindy Luminizer, and I tend to lean towards this one a bit more because I feel like it suits my skin tone a little bit more. This one's still a bit chalky. It's not chalky, but like it's stark white on my skin. So I do tend to use that quite a lot, and I'll use like a big fan brush like this one just to give it like a natural sort of sheen. If I want something intense, then I'll use a different brush. But see, like it's not stock white, like it's good, you know? And when you go in the sun, it's gonna be great. While I'm here. Little highlighter never hurt anybody. So yeah, really like this for everyday, not intense sort of a glow. If I want intense, then I use the Becca. I love this. This is a miniature one that I got simply because I wasn't sure of the shade. So this is the Becca Opal. This is beautiful. Like, oh man, this thing. A little bit goes a long way. Look at that. So that's that one there. Excuse my nails. I've been trying to avoid getting acrylics done because I feel like they're damaging my nails. And so I have just been trimming them until the damage grows out or wears out. Let me just swatch the Menaiza Sisters. So that's those three. They're beautiful. I just feel they, there we go. They're quite intense when you swatch them. So these are concentrated swatches, right? And that's the opal at the top, and then that's the blush in the middle. So the golden one is beautiful when you want like a bronzy look to your face. But yeah, it's really good. And this is great value for money. I got this trio for $29.95 from David Jones. I still remember the price because I was like, really? The single pan of this costs $29.95. And I was like blown. I'm like, if I'm getting three, and let's face it, like highlighters are gonna last you so much longer because you use them sparingly. You don't use them like, you know, mayhem. So yeah, and both of those I got miniature versions of it, and I'm really happy with them. Moving on to my favorite stuff, eyeshadow palettes. I've got three that I've been loving so much, and I'll save the best for the last. So the first palette that I featured this before in my video, and I've absolutely been loving it, and that is the Chloe Morello Pretty Fun Fearless Volume 1 palette. It's by Ciate, and it's been well loved, like, excuse that. There is a lot of fallout, but these 4 shades are something that I use pretty much every single day. This one is like a wash all over my lid, and I'll concentrate more into the depth of my crease when I don't want to do anything but an eyeliner. So this eyeshadow palette is so well loved, and it is so everyday friendly. I just absolutely love it. It swatches really well. The shades are quite creamy, they're quite buttery, and there we go. So that's that and that shade there. So it's really pretty. Like I said, it's good for everyday wear. The other eyeshadow palette, now I got this as a gift from my husband, and I'm literally peeling it off now. I've been avoiding that, but it is the MAC in the Flash eyeshadow palette, and this one I believe this is more of a neutral, I think it's more of a cooler undertone palette as well. So not something I'm used to, but hey, when your husband buys your makeup, you don't really question it and you don't really say anything. But that's the eyeshadow palette there, and it is so beautiful. It took me a while to like break into this because it looked so pretty. I didn't want to ruin it. Like, you just saw me pulling off the cover off it right now, and then I still have this shade protection, which I should probably throw, but it's still there. But yeah, so from this palette, some of the shades that I use are, again, the top row, and I tend to go into this one quite a lot for my crease. It's very cool toned, and I think it would make like an excellent brow powder for someone with lighter hair. But I really do love that. And then this shade here is absolutely phenomenal for like just all over the lid, and you blend out the edges, and it's beautiful just on its own. This shade, the first time I had a little bit of problems with, because I wasn't sure what exactly was going on there. This one is, I think, Indiscretion. I think that's Indiscretion. I couldn't pick up anything with my brush, and when it comes off, like, it just comes off as chunks of powder or glitter, or I don't know what it is. It's a beautiful shade and I really wanted to use it, but it's very patchy, it's very powdery. Like, I don't understand what's going on with this shade. Like, honestly, I have no idea. But overall, the palette is phenomenal, and like MAC eyeshadows, you cannot really complain, you know. It's a mix of shimmers and mattes and satin colors, and you've got your carbon, you've got your standard carbon black in here, so you've got your whole eye look just in one palette. So this is great. It is a bit big, so it's not something that I would travel with, but yeah, so I love, and my most favorite and best I've saved for the last when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, and that is this miniature Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions. This palette, let me tell you, when you look at it, you're just like, what? I'm telling you, I'm so afraid of getting this dirty that I don't even want to use it. But I have used it a few times, and this is just... Love the mirror again. Like, it's beautiful big mirror. You can get your whole eye done with just one palette. This is very travel friendly, and the shadows in here are great. You can do so many looks with this, and you can be so creative and just so out there with this. So I cannot... I mean, if you want me to create a look with this, let me know and I'd be happy to do it. If someone tells me to do it, I will do it, but I just don't want to get this dirty. I just don't want to get used, and that's why I haven't been touching it so much. I'm ridiculous. I know, I'm so horrendous with this, but I love it, and it is so pigmented. It is so nice, and I'm just like, this is perfect. We're going to Bali next week, and this is the only palette I plan on packing. I'm an overpacker when it comes to makeup, but this, I want to try it. Like, this is the only palette that I want to be packing when I go to Bali, so wish me luck. Wish me luck. Oh, I totally forgot to mention this. For eye primers, I've been loving my Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Love this, and the only way I can apply this is with my fingers, because if I use a brush or a beauty blender, I feel like it kind of dries out. So with my fingers, that's the best application I get from this. So love it. Cannot go wrong with it. Last but not the least, lip products are something that I live for. I will do a neutral eye, especially for work, when I don't have time in the mornings to get ready, and I'll just have like this basic neutral eye, and I will amp it up with my lips. And I have various different things that I'll do. Let me just wipe off my hand, and then I'll do some swatches for you guys. This MAC Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color in So Me, and this is something that it looks really nice mauvey in the tube, but when you have it on your lips, it looks like it's a mixture of brown and purple, and it's really dark and really intense. And on my lips, it just looks a little bit different. So that's that lip color there. It looks darker on my lips than it does over there on the swatch, but it's beautiful. It's something when you have like a nude, neutral blend eye going on with just like mascara, like for me today, you can amp it up with this, and you can make your lips your statement. And I've got good full lips, so this looks beautiful. It's something, just, I'll insert a photo somewhere on the screen just to show you what it looks on. I love it. The next one that I've been enjoying is my Ciate London Liquid Velvet Lip Color, and this is in Pinup. Oh, this is old school. This is something so, like, can't go wrong with this color. Like, this is something you have to have in your collection. It's really nice. It's not transfer proof like MAC one is transfer proof. This one is very creamy, very buttery. It's matte, but it is not transfer proof. Like, if I were to apply this and blot my lips, then this would transfer. So, but it does last you a really long time, and it's like your lips but better. It's a little bit more than that, but it's really good. Like, you know, I love bold lips, as you can tell. This is by Urban Decay, and it is their Vice lipstick collection, I think, and this is in the color Alpha, and it's their Mega Matte formula. So I bought this thinking it was gonna look different than what it came out to be. Like, when you're in the shops and you're swatching stuff, the lighting is so different, and you get screwed sometimes. But that's that color there. It's very, very bold. It's very bright. And I'm literally one of those persons who cannot wait to just put it on. And this one, so I tried it and I'm like, holy crap, like, this is not what I signed up for. Like, seriously guys, look at that. That's bright. That is really bright. But this is what got me, right? The packaging. Look at the packaging. It's gorgeous. It's very luxurious. It feels classy. It feels just you want to buy it for the packaging. It's got the Urban Decay logo on it, and it's got like a nice, beautiful, big writing where you can actually read what color it is. It's got Urban Decay on the sides, and it's reflective. It's metal. It's not plasticky. It's just it's luxurious. And I love this shade. Don't get me wrong. It's something that you want to pair it up with, again, an eyeshadow that goes with the lipstick. So definitely something that you want to, it's bold. So all these 3 shades are bold. You want to keep that in mind. The next 2 that I have, because I always want something that is good, you know, your lips but better sort of style. So I went and picked up this color. This one is in, this one's by MAC, and it's their matte color in taupe. Standard MAC tube. And this is what it looks like. And this is really something that, and I love the way it smells. MAC lipsticks smells so good. So good. That's the MAC one. This is really good for every day. Cannot make a mistake with this. You know, you're sitting in your car and you just apply it and it looks great. Even if you don't have any makeup on, have this on and you look like you're all made up. The other one along those lines is the Too Faced Melted Matte. Now this is not something that I would mention as a favorite just because I cannot stand the smell of it. Looks great, I'll insert a photo of it. But it smells very chemically. And it's a nice shade, like it's definitely nice. I used to use this all the time before, but I've definitely moved on to, that's that there. I've definitely moved on to MAC taupe color a bit more since I got it. The Rimmel Lasting Finish Lipstick Rosetto, I don't know. But the color is Asia and number 77. This is again one of those everyday wear colors. And that's that one there. So it's a bit more pinky. Like the MAC one is a bit brown. And it's got a little bit of red undertone to it. This one is a bit more pinky and it's a bit more, it looks like you're wearing lipstick. Let's say it that way. But this one's nourishing. It's a bit more hydrating than the other ones because all of my other lipsticks are more matte. This one's a bit nourishing, and that's why I wanted to get it, because MAC lipsticks tend to dry out your matte lipsticks tend to dry out your lips a lot more. So I wanted something that was hydrating, and so I've been using this for the past week or so, I'd say, and I absolutely love it. And Rimmel lipsticks have amazing formulas. Even when it comes to their mattes, they're great. So I picked this one up and I'm really loving the color. That about wraps it up, guys. That's all there is to my favorites. Ooh, my phone case. I love this phone case. This is from Kmart. It was $5. I've been wanting a marble. I'm so silly. I've been wanting a marble phone case for such a long time, and so we bought this, and as soon as we got into the car, I was like, yeah, let's switch this out, and I love it. I so love it. But that's about it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've stayed till the end, kudos to you. I love it. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe to my video and share it with your friends if you like, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!